Hello viewers, welcome to my channel English is Shanta. Today in this video we are going to start a very beautiful chapter, that is what the Thrush said. Before going to the main text, we will see something about the poet John Keats. John Keats is born in the year of 1795 and died in the year of 1821. So he lived on this planet actually for a very short period of time. But the impressions whatever he has already given us in the literary field, that is something indelible, that we can never forget, that is unforgettable. Okay, and Keats is famous for his sensuous writings. Sensuous writings means how many sense organs are there in our body? There are 5 sense organs in our body. Okay, now when we will see the lines of John Keats, we can see the impressions of the 5 sense organs. Therefore, his poems are considered to be sensuous forms. Like Coleridge. Coleridge is one of the romantic writers. So Samuel Taylor Coleridge, shortly S.T. Coleridge, he is called supernatural poet. It is because in his poem we can see supernatural, very ghostly kind of spooky kind of atmosphere. Understand? In William Wordsworth writings we can see the natural element. Therefore he is called nature poet. I hope you understood. Now another poet, that is Shelley. So Shelley also is considered to be revolutionary poet because we can see one kind of upsurge in his poem. So let's start. First we will see John Keats' biography. John Keats was born in the year of 1795 and died in the year of 1821. He is considered one of the greatest of English poets. He was the son of a livery stable keeper. Understand? So he came from a very poor background. His father was a stable keeper. Keats was apprenticed to a surgeon in 1811 but gave up surgery in 1816 to write poetry. Understand? So he was actually in surgery kind of thing. He joined surgery, but what happened that he left that being surgeon just to be a poet. It included I stood tiptoe upon a little hill. Keats is ranked with Shelley and Byron as one of the great romantic poets. So I have already told you how many romantic poets are there in English literature. There are 5 romantic poets. So among them, John Keats actually spent his life for the little time. And his famous writing, that is I stood tiptoe upon a little hill. All of his poetry is filled with a mysterious and elevating sense of beauty and joy. Okay, so there is a wonderful quotation. The quotation is called "Beauty is Truth is Beauty, Beauty is Truth, and Truth Beauty." Okay, this is written by John Keats, and this is one of the famous writings. So John Keats always thinks that whatever beautiful things we can see, they are the most truthful things we have ever seen in our life, and whatever truthful things we have seen, they are nothing but they are the beautiful elements scattered in this nature. Next. So his poem is full of beauty, his poem is full of joyful elements, as well as his poem is mysterious and also very elevating by nature. What the Thrush said was originally written in a letter to John Hamilton Reynolds. Okay, so John Hamilton Reynolds was sent a letter, and what the Thrush said is an excerpt of the letter actually. In 1818, and at the time was untitled. So on that particular time, the excerpts of the letters was not titled at all. But John Keats has given the title actually. Keats sailed for Italy shortly after the publications of Lamia. Lamia, one of the greatest creations created by John Keats. Isabella, the Eve of Saint Agnes, and other poems. So Lamia, Isabella, the Eve of Saint Agnes, these are all great writings written by John Keats, which contains most of his important poems. Okay, work, and is considered as the greatest single volume of poetry published in England in the 19th century. He died of tuberculosis in Rome at the age of 25. So I have already told you he died at a very early of his age. Okay, he died in the year of 25. So he died of tuberculosis. His father also died of tuberculosis. Okay, so it is a very bad fate of him that he wanted to see the beauty of the nature, but he did not get much time to enjoy the beauty of the nature. So now we will move to the main text. What the Thrush said. So what is thrush? Thrush is one kind of singing bird. Understand? Like I could have shown the picture on the screen, but I am not showing because if I show, it will come as copyright actually. There is a problem. Therefore, I have to delete 750 videos. That is the only reason. I was almost about to get the success just because I have used some pictures. So now the problem came actually. So my monetization was rejected. Understand? Therefore, I cannot show you the pages of the original books also, as well as I cannot show you any images collected from the Google. So please Google it and see the bird. Otherwise, the particular bird is also in your book. Please look at your book. Let's start. O thou whose face hath felt the winter's winter. O thou refers to thou is a archaic word. Archaic word, what does archaic word mean? Archaic word meaning the word that we don't use now, but we use in the previous time. Okay. Now we don't use this particular word actually. That is called archaic word. Understand? Now thou meaning you. So here thou refers to the thrush bird. So O thou whose face hath H-A-T-H, hath meaning has. It is again one kind of archaic word. A-R-C-H-A-I-C. Archaic word meaning old word, old English word. Now the poet is telling here that it is the thrush bird who could feel the wind of the winter season. Now here winter's wind. Now look at here. Winter is considered to be here a person, a human being. So it is one kind of figure of speech. It is called personification because winter is given human quality. Another figure of speech that is there already in this particular point, in this particular line. What is that? That is the alliteration. What is that alliteration? Alliteration is a figure of speech in which same sound is repeated. Now, what sound is repeated here? Here, W sound is repeated. Therefore, it is one kind of figure of speech. It is called alliteration. Let's move on to the next line. Whose eye has seen the snow clouds hung in the mist. Understand? So the poet is telling it is the thrush bird who saw the snow clouds. So here the color of the snow is white also, and the color of cloud is also white. Now here snow are compared to the clouds. Now this is also one kind of figure of speech. It is called metaphor. M-E-T-A-P-H-O-R. Now what is metaphor? Metaphor is a figure of speech in which two things are compared together, but the comparison is not clear and direct. So that means it is indirect and unclear comparison. So the poet did not compare the snow with clouds directly. He did not use any clouds are like snow, okay, or clouds are snow. Nor he did not use this kind of expression. Rather, he used snow clouds. That means he wanted to hide the comparison from directly telling. Understand? Therefore, it is a case of metaphor. Hung in mist. Now, clouds are also hanging actually. So mist also sometimes in the winter season, mist are also seen they are hanging, but they are not dropping down actually. Just they are hanging from the clouds. Understand? So now that is why John Keats is called a sensuous book. Now here which imagery is used? Here that is visual imagery is used. Understand? We have 5 sense organs. So one sense organ, that is our eye, is related here. And the black elm tops among the freezing stars. Okay, now what is the color of the elm tree? Elm tops. Elm is one kind of tree actually. Now the color of the tops of the elm tree is black. Now what does it suggest? It suggests the wintry atmosphere. It suggests the negativity. It suggests the futile atmosphere of the particular elm tops among the freezing stars. So the stars are considered to be cold, very, very cold star. So actually from the very immemorial time, actually the stars, whatever we are seeing today, they are full of lucent lucent ingredients. They are very much powerful. But what happens that long ago, from the time immemorial, the stars are not at all full of lights and all these things, but they are considered to be very cold. So here John Keats, like in the name of creating this poetry, has already gone back to the earliest time. To thee meaning to you. Again THEE, thee is the archaic word. So to thee, the spring will be a harvest time. Understand? So the poet again here compared to the spring with the harvest time actually. Now here another figure of speech is used, that is called metaphor. Why it is metaphor? Because it is not a direct and clear comparison between the spring and also the harvest season. So the poet wanted to tell here that the spring season is the best season for harvesting. O thou, whose only book has been the light of supreme darkness, which thou feedest on night after night, when Phoebus was away. Now this is very much beautiful. Here the bird, that is thrush bird, is considered to be a human being. So a human being, like what does a book do actually? If you read one book, so that book will give you lots of knowledge to you. Understand? So here winter season stands for ignorance and book stands for knowledge. So here the thrush bird is a highly positive bird actually. So the thrush bird is considered to be the human being, and if a human being has books, so human beings can increase the knowledge power actually. In the same way, here the thrush bird is considered to be a human being and it has books. By the help of these books, he can increase the talent, the sagacity, the wise thoughts, and that wisdom, that sagacity, that knowledge can rapture the darkness that are already there strongly. Night after night, when Phoebus was away. Now, who is called Phoebus? Another name for Helios, the god of the sun in Greek mythology. Another name for Apollo. Okay, so Phoebus are actually another name for Apollo, and it is considered to be the god of sun actually. Then the god of light, music, poetry, and other things in Roman mythology to be nervous or worried. Understand? So Phoebus are actually very much nervous or worried. So here the poet wanted to tell that when Phoebus was away, then that means when the god of light was not there. So it is you who has given lots of books, and through the help of these books, we human beings get lots of knowledge. And for your books, for your offerings of the books, people are now enlightened. To thee, the spring shall be a triple morn. Again, here one kind of figure of speech is used, this is called metaphor, because the spring season here considered to be triple morn. Understand? Morn meaning morning. Morn is the short form of morning. Now, why did the poet actually use this kind of term, morn instead of morning? It is just because the poet has the poetic license. That means they have the license of creating anything without any kind of restriction. Okay, so they can compose anything freely without keeping in mind the basic, the so-called the conventional grammatical methods and all these things. So generally, if we write, we have to write morning, but in case of the poets, they have the free soul to create anything. Therefore, the poet has used here triple morn. Oh, fret not after knowledge, I have none, and yet my song comes native with a warmth. Now, fret not meaning do not get frustrated with the knowledge. So here, now this is another advice that is given to the bird from the poet. So the poet is telling that the bird should not always be frustrated with the acquiring knowledge and all these things, because the poet is telling that he does not have much knowledge about it, but he is quite okay. And yet, or fret not after knowledge, and song comes native with the warmth. So the poet is telling that I can sing songs, and I can be very much adaptable with the society. I can increase the warmth in the winter season. Okay. Oh, fret not after knowledge, I have none, and yet the evening listens. Now, yet the evening listens. What does it mean? Can evening listen really? No, evening cannot listen. That means it is another kind of figure of speech. It is called personification. Why it is personification? It is because evening is here considered to be human being. A human being has the ability to listen anything. He who saddens at thought of idleness cannot idle, and he is awake who thinks himself asleep. Understand? So he who saddens at the thought of idleness cannot be idle. What does it mean? Suppose I am thinking city, but actually my body is not working, but my mind is working. Understand? So you are thinking that I am idle, but I am not idle. I am not inactive at all, but I am actively participated in my own doing. That means I am using my brain. Therefore, I can teach you. Am I right? So the poet is saying here, want someone who is very much absorbed in thought. He is not inactive at all, but he is active mentally, but inactive physically. Understand? Another one, and he is awake who thinks himself asleep. Got it? And if you think that you are sleepy. How can you are sleepy? You are not sleeping, you are feeling sleepy. That means when you are feeling very much drowsy, your consciousness is still there with you. Understand? That is why you can think. Nah? So when you are totally absorbed in your dream, how can you think? That means you are totally out of your conscious mind. Now you are in subconscious mind actually. Understand? But when you are thinking while you are feeling a bit drowsy, that means you are quite aware of the particular moment. Therefore, this is called one kind of figure of speech. It is called epigram. So this last line shows epigram. What is epigram? Epigram is a figure of speech in which something is told, but apparently that particular thing seems to be meaningless. But if you think deeply, then you can come to know it has real value and significance. So I tried my best to explain each and every line in this poem. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Have a great day.